isn't it? Well, let's start with an easy one, right? It is absolutely fucking freezing at the moment up here. Do you know where the warmest place in Newcastle is? Central heating. They don't get much better than that, I promise you. I'll give you one more. What's the Geordie's favourite Christmas carol? Ioannou! You can probably tell by my accent I'm actually not from Newcastle. I moved up here about 5 years ago to work at a little company called Greggs. Come ahead. Yeah, there we go. Now when you work at Greggs, the first thing they make you do is you go and do a shop day. You have to go and work in a shop so you can understand how the customer thinks, feels and acts. Well, the advice was go and work in a shop on the big market on a Saturday night for the 2 a.m. shift. Right, my line manager for the night was a guy called James. He had a nickname. His nickname, the Pasty Smasher. The first thing he said to me was, you're from head office, Lake? Yeah. We should sell a cat in here. Sorry, what's that? We should sell a cat in here. You want us to sell Class A drugs in Greggs? No, you fucking divvy, I mean sweets. Penny dropped, yeah. The second thing he said to me was, do you know what a proper Geordie BLT is, Lake? No, not bacon, lettuce and tomato? Nah, boobs, lips and teeth. He wasn't lying. You walk around the big market at 2 o'clock in the morning, my lord. There is more filler there than a pastor's radio sees in a year. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the teeth, my lord. If you're careful and you work in Greggs and all the lasses come in, you feel like a jockey walking into the stables with a bag of carrots. It's mad. Absolutely bonkers. It's bonkers. So when I moved up here, it was to work for Greggs, and now my wife is expecting Greggs. There we go. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's an incredible experience. And when I moved up here, everyone said to me, if you're going to fit in Newcastle, you've got to learn the accent. And I thought, okay. But I'll be honest, I wouldn't really call it an accent. It's a bit like some of you talk, like you've taken your hand, dipped it in a bag playing Scrabble, and you're reading 7 letters. Like, it's mad. Most of you need subtitles. It's bonkers. So, but what I didn't realise is how beautiful it is in Newcastle. It is absolutely picturesque. When I first started coming here, my in-laws found out I was Cypriot, which means from Cyprus. It doesn't mean St fucking Bernard, because every Saturday they were taking us up to Rothbury, Wylam, Hexham. Walkies, come on, walkies! I thought it was just because I was a fat bastard, but anyway, we're walking around up there, and the only thing I knew about Rothbury was round boat. It's actually quite nice, quite picturesque. You've got the running rivers, forests, trees, hills, and it got me thinking, this is a bit mythical, a bit Lord of the Ringsy, because, overweight geek, love Lord of the Rings. And it kind of got me thinking, can you imagine Lord of the Rings in Newcastle? They kind of work, right? I mean, the Lord of the Rings setting is a bit like Northumberland, just less Greggs. So I was thinking, well, put the two together and what do you get? Well, you get something a bit like this. However, you know my Uncle Bilbo, right, well he robbed this gold ring off this little fucking Raj packet that lived in a cave. Aye, did he? Aye. Samwise, right? Me and you, we got a fucking Gandalf. Okay. Now Gandalf walks in, big tall fella, pointy hat, beard. Now then lads, right? That fucking ring that you fucking nicked from your uncle, you got to fucking get rid of that. Don't fuck around, Gandalf. Now I'm telling you, I'm going to give you this magic sword that glows blue if there's any fucking Mackhams around. Yeah? And get over that fucking river. Aye, but you're not going on your own. No. You're going to take this fucking Raj packet with you. Blonde hair, legless. Aye. You're going to take this fucking gold ring over to the river, into Sunderland, and throw it in the stadium of shite. I'm glad you're laughing, because for the last 8 weeks, my wife has heard me practicing that, and she thinks I'm fucking special. Needs. I say that because she's actually a psychologist, and I haven't quite figured out yet, did she marry me for love, Or is there some sort of long-term case study of the neurodivergent overweight people? We'll figure that one out. So yeah, and then I'll be honest, I'm doing this tonight for charity because I lost my mum about 2 months ago. Now my mum is a special woman, don't clap just yet because she was fucking weird. She was a special woman because she said something once to me when I was about 16 years old and I was getting ready to go to my prom. And I came down, suited and booted, walked into the kitchen, and went, "Mum, how do I look?" And you know how mums look at children when they're really proud, yeah? She looked up at me and she went, "Oh, Alexander, if I was 20 years younger, you'd still be my fucking mum, and it would be incest, it would be wrong." But no, my dating history prior to my wife wasn't my mother, thankfully, but my mum did appear in my first sexual experience when I was 14 years old. Do you want to hear about it? I'll leave you with this. So, 14 years old, I'm getting ready for a date with a girl called Rosie Taylor. Wife, don't be jealous. Rosie was like me, 14 years old, a little bit overweight and a bit of a geek. She'd invited me round to watch The Lord of the Rings. 3 hours in the dark together. I was thinking, this might be the first time a young lady touches my precious. I'm thinking, this might be the first time I see the Twin Towers. Or possibly touch the magic ring. So, 14 years old, first time things might happen, I'm a bit excited. I jump out the shower, and all that confidence, that testosterone, those feelings, I think a towel is not the way to dry yourself for the big occasion. Get the hairdryer out. So, excited, I'm drying myself. In my excitement, I had forgotten that if you put a wand on a hairdryer, you get this noise. It felt like someone threw a very small chipolata on a barbecue when it was really hot. The next thing I know, I'm in absolute agony, and I'm like, I think I'm going to black out. And I felt like absolute searing pain, and I end up waking up and I'm in the car and it feels like we're going 100 miles an hour and my mum's driving like this because of her precious child that in 2 years she's going to want to be 20 years younger with. And the next thing I know, I wake up in A&E and I look down, and I'm going to need a prop for this, maybe a smaller prop. I look down and the Nurse Shelley, she's about 19, 20, I'm 14, mixed feelings. She's got a rubber glove on and cream. And I'm like, oh, it's not Rosie, but yeah. And then I look to the left, and my mum has got my foreskin pinched tight like this, and Shelley is putting the cream on. She's putting the cream on like this. And then Shelley goes, there we are, bandaged, patched up, put that on a couple of times a day. Well, all right, yeah. All done. Thank you, Shelley. I must admit, that is one of the worst ones I've ever seen. My fucking heart broke. And it was at that moment my mum went, Alexander, don't worry, she's not talking about it. You've got a really lovely willy.